So this was a comment someone left on the recent video on the Amish popcorn shop. And I'm doing this video not to pick on this person, but because I found it very interesting for a few reasons. In these 11 words, you basically see several common mistakes or misconceptions about the Amish. The first one is that it literally suggests disappointment in the Amish. When I hear that, that tells me that the commenter idealizes the Amish in some way. The implication here is that the Amish are expected to live up to some supposed higher standard, I guess, by not using plastic packaging. Some of this might come from the incorrect image of the Amish as something like ecologically pure examples for the world. And that's a mistaken perception for a number of reasons. Though the Amish consumption footprint, I'd say has a different shape than the typical American one, it's hardly true that they are saints when it comes to being green or being ecological. On the one hand, the fact that they grow a lot of their own food would contribute to that image. Things like using horse-drawn travel that suggests this idea of all natural, eco-friendly as well. And also this kind of general aura of simple living which surrounds the Amish. However, when you see Amish do these things that supposedly align with green ideals, they're typically not motivated by, a desire to quote unquote save the planet. It's more about what makes sense to them or what fits within their cultural framework and church rules. And on the other hand, they do consume fossil fuels in various forms. For example, using fuel for diesel engines, which even the plainest Amish will do that to power their shop tools. They're also hiring drivers to take them places as well. Some Amish use gasoline for lawnmowers, weed trimmers, those kinds of things. Some of them actually consume quite a bit of fossil fuels. Also, most of the Amish farms are conventional, non-organic. They've also been associated with pollution problems, for example, in the Chesapeake Bay. A lot of Amish are regular shoppers at Costco, at Walmart, other big box stores. So it's not like they're living self-sufficiently outside the economy. So that's one kind of misconception that may be what's at the root of this kind of idea. This also might reflect the incorrect idea of the Amish as being quote unquote frozen in time. This idea that they use only handmade or homemade products and tools, avoiding purchasing anything that's mass manufactured. And that's also not the reality. Maybe that was true for the Amish in the 1800s, but not in the 21st century. Depending on the group, the Amish do use a lot of modern technology. They just adapt or restrict or repurpose it to fit within their church rules. And as I've said before, different Amish draw the lines differently when it comes to what their church permits. The general idea there is to do what makes sense as long as it doesn't pose a threat to the family or the community in some way. For example, automobile ownership or smartphone use. One, the automobile makes you less dependent on the community, and smartphones basically open up a whole world of things that the Amish don't necessarily want in their lives, and also makes you less dependent as well. So technologies like those can present a threat to Amish families, churches, and communities. But the bag or the container you put food in poses no such threat. It's an inexpensive way to hold food, so Amish are going to use it. But if you make those assumptions that the Amish are ecological examples for the world, or that they're frozen in time and shouldn't use anything modern and manufactured, well, then you're going to eventually be disappointed when you experience the reality of Amish life. Then a lot of times you have people calling the Amish hypocrites after that. So again, my purpose here was not to pick on this person. I just found a lot of interest in this statement. Let me know what you think. Have you ever been surprised by something you found the Amish doing or using? I'll be curious to hear kind of your experience. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.